Hey there folks, and welcome again to Tesla, Northwest, and EVs. I'm Ryan, and I am just so happy you're joining me. What have I got in store for you? Well, it's that time of year. We're ready to take our July road trip. So won't you join us? I'm gonna try and make a video every day, every other day, as we head down into Oregon, California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Colorado, Wyoming, maybe Montana, and I'm not quite sure the rest of the way. So it's going to be an epic road trip with charging, FSD, all kinds of different states, situations, and so I think it's going to be awesome. So please join me on the flip side as we start this journey. We're going to head down to Chehalis, Washington, our first stop of the night, quick 3-hour drive. So thanks again. Hit that like and subscribe if you want to follow us on this awesome road trip, and I just appreciate all of your views. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you on the flip side. All right, folks, here we go. We are heading out. So, mega road trip. Heading over, gonna check out, we're gonna go see my grandson and my son-in-law and daughter in California. So, we gotta go through Oregon and southern Washington into northern California, and then we're gonna cut across into Nevada. And once we get up into Nevada, we're gonna go over to Arizona, see the Grand Canyon. And actually, I'm going to take over here because I need to go into town and get some supplies. And then once we hit up the Grand Canyon, we're going to head down through New Mexico. And I want to try and get on the Extra-Terrestrial Highway and go through Roswell. So hopefully we can pull that off. And then we're going to head down through Texas. I really want to try and get to Boca Chica, Brownsville, so that we can check out SpaceX. But if we don't have the time, we don't have the time. And then we'll probably head up through San Antonio, into Oklahoma, up into Kansas, and then cut across and come home through Colorado and Wyoming, and probably, Montana or Idaho. So it's going to be a great road trip. I'll bring you some FSD action, charger action. If I see cool historical things, I always like to try and bring you that. And then I throw in, some funny GIFs and memes. And if I can, I'll throw in some historical facts about the place that we're cruising by. So, with that all said, I think the next time you are going to join me is in beautiful Mount Vernon, Washington, as we navigate onto Interstate 5 heading south. So thanks, hit that like and subscribe. It's going to be an epic road trip, be about 3 weeks, and I should be posting videos pretty regularly. Thanks, folks. Have a wonderful day. Well, hey there, and welcome back. As promised, we are rolling through Mount Vernon, getting ready to hop on Interstate 5 South. So we're going to cross the Skagit River here and make a few turns, and we'll see how it does getting on the interstate. There's some different turn lanes and whatnot through here, so we'll see how the car manages that too. See if it stays on route and doesn't mess up or mistake a turn lane for a faster route. Really excited for this trip. So excited, in fact, we left a little early. We were going to leave tomorrow, more early morning, but I thought, hey, why don't we get a little bit of the driving done? Great job through here, no problem. Our buddy from Guimas Island is turning here. And the car should go around, but whatever. Okay. Good. We're going to come up here. We see the pedestrians, no worries, car. Slow down just a touch as we roll by the cops. All right, so we're gonna have a left, but this is a light controlled left, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue for Amos. Ooh, that was a little weird, Car doesn't quite know what it needs to do. There we go. So it struggled with a lane selection, but this is the correct lane that we want to be in, far outside. And looks like they're working on Mount Vernon's new library, so that's really cool. And hopefully my mic isn't too scratchy. I've got it on my seatbelt right now. All right, we're going to see how Interstate 5 merger goes, getting onto South Interstate 5 headed towards Centralia. About a 3-hour drive. I think I'm going to have to stop once and get a charge, but there's a supercharger at an outlet mall right there, so that's probably where I'll stop. A little Fiat 500e. We've got one of those. Same color too. Cool car. Little U-turn action. Okay, here we go. Got our light. Good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Across these railroad tracks, that's what we're slowing down for, I'm sure. Good. And now we got to make a lane selection. Blinker, good. Hitting the brakes way too early. I'm intervening. I'm giving it a little gas to come up here to the light, and we're going to stop and let the car stop and look, and now we're going to go. I'm intervening. All right, so that wasn't super terrible, but the car was reluctant to pull all the way up. So a little timid pulling up to the stop line, and then a little timid with the yield there. All right, let's see how we do. This is a short on-ramp. Good. And we're running the whole lane out. That's unfortunate. But we made it. So we'll juice our speed here. And as soon as this car next to us gets by, I think we'll get in the left lane. All right, so we're gonna roll on down Interstate 5. I'll check in with you if anything cool happens or the car has to make some complicated maneuvers. Otherwise, I'll check in with you when we get closer to the Supercharger. Thanks, folks, and catch you on the flip side. Nice lane change, wonderfully well done. All right, we're rolling. I despise Interstate 5. It is a parking lot right now. We're going 40 miles an hour and it's been stop and go. So we're just outside of Everett. It's about 20 after 1, and I guess I should have expected this, right? It's the day after the 4th of July holiday. Everybody's heading home from their festivities, but they're also doing road work. So tell me how that makes sense. So anyway, just check in. This is why I do love full self-driving, or even enhanced autopilot, or even just regular autopilot. It makes traffic jams and stop and go traffic on interstates so much more comfortable. So anyway, I'll check back in with you in a little bit, and thanks for joining me. We are rolling into Seattle, so I thought I would bring you a shot of the beautiful Emerald City skyline and this lovely Interstate 5 South traffic. It's been opening up. There's been pockets of stop and go, and then we go 70, and then it's stop and go. So hopefully we get out of Seattle and things will open up again, but beautiful city. It's a little bit smoky from the wildfires, so there's a bit of a haze, but lovely skyline. We'll see the Space Needle here in just a minute as we let FSD take us through this stop and go traffic. Oh man, these box trucks might ruin your view. Yeah, we've even got wildfire smoke over here. It's been hitting the East Coast really hard, but we get our fair share from our own forest fires in eastern Washington and Canada here. So there it is. There's the Space Needle. Beautiful Seattle skyline as we roll through stop and go traffic. So thank you, folks. Nothing much more exciting after we get through here. Just more Interstate 5. So I'll check in with you when we get closer to Centralia. Have a good one. Seattle skyline. I wanted to make sure everybody got a nice shot of it, and I don't know how well it was back there on the bridge. So really cool building here on the right. They're always building cool stuff here. So beautiful city, just the traffic sucks. But hey, that's true of every city, right? So hey, there's a Tesla, there's a Leaf, lots of EVs in here, which no surprise, right? Pacific Northwest. So anyway, little clips throughout the trip. I know that's how all these videos will probably be, and I just appreciate it and try and bring you some sights you haven't seen before. So Seattle, Washington, Pacific Northwest, known as the Emerald City, and host of a World's Fair back in the 1960s or 70s. I'll have to check. That's why we have the Space Needle. So I'll check back in with you after we get out of traffic, and I think you've gotten a great view of the Seattle skyline. So thanks, and I'll check in. So I'm gonna let the camera run. I wish I would have got it on film. There was a car in the right-hand lane that had their blinker on, wanted to merge over into this left lane, and the car started to brake hard to let them in. So it saw the SIG blinker and was gonna let them in. I didn't let it happen. I didn't wanna come to that hard of a slowdown for traffic to let somebody in, but I thought that was interesting behavior, so maybe it'll happen again. We'll let it roll through this congestion here and see what happens. And that person's actually behind me now in a Prius. So, all right. I intervened there and gave it a little love tap. Yeah, that was really interesting. I almost feel bad. I should have let that Prius in, but they're going pretty slow, so I'm kind of glad I didn't. All right, what's going to happen up here? Probably nothing, but oh, there's some congestion, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what the car wants to do, what lane it wants to go into. Hard brake. It's okay. That's okay. Don't hit me, bud. And we're signaling to get into the left lane, and the car decided, nope, can't do that. That was good. Hopefully we'll be able to get over here again in just a second. There we go. Now we're going to get into a faster lane. And I'm glad I don't have that Prius behind me because they almost rear-ended me. Okay, that was well done. There's a VA hospital up there on the hill. And, now I'm in an HOV lane, so I need to get out of this. So I'm going to take over here in just a minute so I can get out of this HOV lane. If there's a break in this traffic, I'm going to get a ticket. Come on, car. Okay, I'm going to take over right here so I can get out of this HOV lane. Unfortunately, I don't want to get a ticket here. So I had to take over to get out of that lane. I probably could have let the car do it. I should have. I'm just in traffic, so I'm kind of just in that zone. So sorry, I'll try and be better about letting it make maneuvers. All right, folks. Nothing too exciting. Subaru's cutting in front of us. Careful there, Tesla. So, yeah, fun traffic. FSD does make it better, though. It takes a load off, and I just have to kind of supervise, which does make it nice. Not quite so stressful, but it's still kind of stressful going through here. So far, so good. Let's see if anybody wants to try and merge over. We'll see if the car recognizes a blinker. Man, I wish I had somebody riding with me. I'd love to be in that carpool lane right now. Oh well. We're driving our minivan down to our daughter and son-in-law to donate to them. We're going to give it to them as a gift. So my wife and my daughter are driving that down. That's why I'm alone. So we will have everyone in the car here come, I think, Sunday. Okay, looks like we're not going to get anything too terribly exciting, so thank you. We're heading up through SeaTac, so we're going to be by the airport, and then Tacoma would be our next big city. So I'll check in with you in a little bit, folks. Sorry I didn't have anything exciting to show you there, and I didn't turn on the camera soon enough when something exciting did happen. I'll try and be better, I promise. Adjust that a little bit. All right, hey there, folks, welcome back. We are headed to the Centralia Supercharger. We're just about to get off of our exit and meet my wife there. Unfortunately, oh, nice lane change. Unfortunately, the van's battery light came on as she was passing Olympia, so I'm hoping the alternator isn't bad. That would be really crappy, but we'll see. So anyway, we'll see how FSD does getting off here at our Supercharger. Yeah, there's my wife right there in front of us in her van. And we'll get a little juice. I'll check her alternator out. I might have to buy a multimeter. And then hopefully I'll bring you some footage of the Supercharger and the new service screen. They've added some things to it so we can watch the car charge via the screen. So anyway, we'll let it do its thing, get where we're going, and then I will let you know what happens with the van. So here we go. Yep, there she is right in front of me. Okay, good. All right, make a right-hand turn, light controlled. Hopefully it stays green for us. Yay! Hey, nice turn, little bit hesitant, but not terrible. And the Supercharger, it's a version 2 Supercharger, if I do recall correctly. Kind of tucked back here behind this outlet mall. So we are, that was not very well done. Come on, car. I had to encourage it. There we go. So I gave it a little tap, so that was an intervention. And we're gonna make another right here. not a terrible supercharger. There's a few things to eat here. There's a sit-down restaurant. You see we got an Arby's. There's a teriyaki and sushi place, and then, as always, McDonald's. You can find them anywhere. So here we are, version 2 Tesla Supercharger. I think it is a 16 stall, and it's pretty good overall. Not bad spot. So anyway, folks, we're here. I'll check in when I get the car plugged in. All right, hey there, folks. We are at the Centralia Supercharger version 2 16 stall. There was luckily a O'Reilly Auto Parts a quarter mile away, so my wife is going to go over there, have them do an alternator test for her, and if I have to, I'll buy a multimeter, but they should be able to test it for her, so hopefully that works out. So now let's take a look at what they have done with the service screen. So they keep updating it, adding things. So remember, if we go to Model Y and we hold it down for 3 seconds, we're going to get this option, and we're going to type in service, all lowercase. Enter. And it's going to tell us that we're in service mode. We have to stay stationary. We're going to enable that. And there is our service mode. And what I'm really interested in is the high voltage. And let's look at charging. So there we go. We can see what is going on as we're connected to our supercharger. We have 381 volts DC, 361 amps are going to the car, and BMS charging. We've got our temperatures, min and max, interlock loop, all this neat stuff. So we can see what's happening while we charge. Really, really cool. What else have they added? Cameras. Again, I know we've all seen this, right? Sensors, connectivity. We've got more stuff here that I've noticed. High voltage system. We can see we're charging. It remembers we did a health test 115 days ago, and it was a 91%. Power distribution, where are things going? We can look at our sensors and valves, and we can look at our refrigerant system, what it's doing, and our coolant system. So very cool. Finally, we've got our alignment and tires. Everything looks good here, and our windows. So I'm going to exit service mode. We can see we're charging here. Let's go to our charging screen, and we're at 41%. So far it's cost us $6.50, and we're going at 136 kilowatts. So we've got about 30 minutes or so left to charge. So we're gonna head over to our hotel, get checked in, and I'm gonna edit this together, and hopefully we have a good resolution on my wife's van problem. So thank you so much for joining me. I'll end this at the hotel, and then we'll hit the road again tomorrow, hopefully with a running van. Thanks, everybody. Well, folks, that ends a kind of successful day. It's loud here. I'm sorry, I got I-5 behind me. Turned out the alternator was bad in my wife's van, so we're making some different plans. We're gonna take it to a shop, have it fixed here in Centralia, and then we'll pick it up in 3 weeks. The guy was really nice. Unfortunately, I had to take the battery out, have him charge it overnight, pick up the battery tomorrow morning so we can limp it over to his shop. So kind of a rough start to a trip, but hey, we'll pull through. Amos is behind me. We'll get a little more charge in the morning, and then we'll head off to Cottage Grove, Oregon. So thanks. Catch you on the flip side, and hit that like and subscribe for more crazy adventures on Tesla, Northwest, and EVs.